What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And I apologize, guys. I hope you're not getting sick and tired of the rewind. I've been really dedicated to it so recently. I want to get this rewind done. I don't know why. I just want to move on. I want to get this nightlife section finished today. Not today, not today, but like soon. Because then I want to work on Chinatown. And not until we finish this nightlife section am I going to start working on Chinatown. I've got an itch to work on Chinatown. I don't know why. So that's why I'm so focused on this rewind nightclub. And like I said last week, you know, it took an hour to build the exterior. It's going to take a couple weeks at least to build the interior. And I worked a little bit on yesterday. I worked on the Beat Builds to Beats. I worked on this VIP section. So I'm going to pick up where I left off right in here. We're going to get a little bit done of the second floor. Not too much. We're going to, you know, work on the VIP section a little bit more. Work on some secret hallways, you know, secret rooms or whatever, you know. Whatever. We're going to work on a bunch of stuff. And we're going to do it in fast motion because today is Monday. And Monday, you know what that means, guys. It's Creative Question of the Week time. This is the part of the series where I answer questions that you submit in the comment section of Monday's videos. You write CQOTW, Creative Question of the Week, and then you ask me a creative question that I could expound upon for 15 or so minutes. And I give you my thoughts and opinions. And I warn you that these are my thoughts and opinions. I'm not trying to influence you in any way. I'm just speaking my mind, all right, guys? And if it helps you formulate your opinion, then good. If it doesn't, then too bad, all right? That's the whole gist of the whole thing. But you guys know that by now. You've been watching. There's hundreds of these Creative Question of the Week videos. You go check out the playlist. You can see them all. Anyway, let's get into today's question. And it comes from an old friend of ours, Whiskerum Sanabria. And he has been all up in the channel recently. And it's good, you know, he's been helping me with bean builds to beat, builds with bean is what I meant to say. And we took a tour of Emerald Fields last week on the Gaia community server, so he's been all over the channel. I felt like it's time to answer one of his questions. And Whiskerum asks, what is your opinions for all this new consoles been released when it hasn't passed even 10 years from previous consoles? Did we reach the maximum of what we can do in consoles because the company's been greedy with money? Do you think it's time to move to PC since consoles can handle this copied games? They're not adding more RAM. Dan Lags already moved one because of this, I believe. You know, last Friday I think I was talking about bad grammar, but Whiskerum gets a pass. English is his second language. You know, I can't write that well in Spanish. Well, maybe I can, but you know what I mean? It's his second language. He gets a free pass. All right. You know, a little bit of bad grammar, but I get the gist of what he's trying to say. You know, basically, a lot of people are jumping ship. Especially Minecraft players. They're going over to the PC from console because of a lot of different issues. And in light of the Dan Lags migration, I guess you would call it, you know, a lot of people are talking about this recently because he's such a prominent figure in the console community. And he just switched over to PC. And just judging from his comment section, a lot of people felt abandoned. You know, I didn't feel that way. I felt like Dan should, you know, do whatever is going to allow him to be most creative, and that's what he did. So no fault from him on my part. He did what he had to do, and I appreciate that. But it's time to voice my opinion on where I stand on the whole PC versus console debate. Because, you know, with the whole PC master race, you know what I'm talking about. These guys are just like, oh, PC's the best thing ever. You know, it's beats console in every single way possible. But those of us who use our brains, who are intelligent, we know that there are advantages and drawbacks to everything. So, yes, PC has got a lot of things on the console that we can't do. But the console's got its own strengths. And today I'm going to weigh those and talk about them a little bit and answer Whiskerum's question. First, he says, what is my opinion of these new consoles being released every 10 years? Okay. I don't know how I should answer this question. Well, let's just talk about the drawbacks, the strengths and weaknesses of the PC. And I'm going to really focus in on Minecraft because I'm a Minecraft player first and foremost, and that's the only game I like playing. Now, I like playing a few other games, but this is the game I play religiously every single day that I game, and you know, it's the most important thing to me. So even if I was to get a PC, I'd be playing Minecraft on it 90% of the time. Okay, so as far as PC, the benefits are that better graphics, better sound, better internet connection, I guess, connectivity. More options, of course, with Minecraft. Minecraft would just run better on PC. You know, you don't have to worry about item limits. You don't have to worry about frame rate drops as much. I mean, you still do, but you know, if you have a high-end PC, you can handle these graphical demands that Minecraft puts on the game console that it's being played on. So a PC is gonna play Minecraft a lot smoother. Okay. Of course, you know, as far as the game company, as far as Mojang, you know, you get better support. That's one thing that's for sure. You get realms, which you can pay for, which is cool. You get more updates. You get the updates first. You know, there's a lot of advantages to using PC. I'm not going to deny that one bit. You get world edit. Oh, world edit's a big one. A really big one. And so, yeah. It's pretty nice to play on PC, but the thing that gets me is the control. Okay, the control of the PC using a mouse and keyboard is just like, it is the worst. And I know you can plug in a controller, but I've heard a lot of issues of it just like not responding immediately. So yes, I guess you could play Minecraft PC with the controller if you're so inclined, but I hate the mouse and keyboard so much. One of my friends tried to convince me that it was superior to controllers, because he said they did a test of like first-person shooters. Somebody did an experiment, and they pitted a bunch of PC players using PC controls against a bunch of console players using console controls, and the PC players smoked the guys in the first-person shooter, and like the console players didn't have a chance. And he's like, see, you know, your people who play PC are better. And I'm like, no, that's not right at all. With the mouse, you point and click what you want to die. There's no skill. Manipulating a joystick is far more difficult than pointing a mouse somewhere. And I think it takes all the fun out of a shooter. You know, there's no skill to it. It's point and click. It's like using Microsoft Word. It's not fun. Okay? So yeah, of course they're going to be better at first-person shooters because there's no skill involved. A real good, like, especially in first-person shooters, a real good controller user in a first-person shooter has a lot of skills. And these skills they go beyond pointing and clicking. You know what I mean? They have to manipulate very subtle nuances of a joystick. And I know it's like not, you know, manipulating the nuances of a mouse is similar, but it's just not the same. A mouse is just too easy. Point and click. It's over. Headshots every time. I mean, anyone can do it. A monkey could do it. So, yeah, I guess, you know, they're better at first-person shooters, whatever, but it's too easy. There's no skill. And it's just counterintuitive using, I don't know, keyboard. I mean, I guess you have more buttons to use, but that's never really been an issue in any games I played because, you know, all these buttons you have to memorize. You can't remember. You play 6 different games and all of them use 40 different buttons. Who's going to remember all the control schemes to all of that? No, not me. No, thank you. So I'm happy with the controller. So that brings me to the pros and cons. Oh, no, still more cons of PC is the price. Oh, it's so expensive. Yeah, you know, you upgrade your machine and it's running top of the line, but then 2 years later it doesn't play the games anymore. It doesn't play the AAA titles, so you have to upgrade your RAM, upgrade your graphics card, your sound card, and it's just so expensive. And yes, it's superior, but you pay for it. You gotta pay for it. Now, consoles, as Whiscom says, come out every 10 years. And, you know, that's kind of a problem, okay? Because if you look back at the games 10 years ago, they're, like, inferior to the games that are coming out today. But they're still running on the same machine. You know, at the end of the 360 life cycle, we were, like, playing GTA on the same console where, you know, the GTA before the last GTA had come out. It was weird. The 360 was alive for so long. I don't know how it's still going. People still play on this thing. It's basically a brick in my opinion. So when you have a console come out every 10 years, you know, you have at the end of that life cycle, it is using antiquated technology. Technology not infinitely, what's the word? Exponentially increases. Technology just builds and builds exponentially. So you got to keep up with it. So that's one big disadvantage of the consoles is you can't upgrade the RAM, you can't upgrade the hardware to play the games. You know, the games get better and better, but the hardware stays the same, and you know, sometimes you get console Minecraft and it just like struggles. If we had a way to upgrade the RAM, I'll get into that. So advantages of consoles, as far as Minecraft goes especially. It's easy. You can sit on your couch, you know, hook it up to a big screen TV, no problem. You can do the same with the PC, but it's not as easy, okay? Just to put a PC in your living room, okay? So, you know, you get to sit back, relax. It's more casual, you know, it's less options, less things to deal with. You don't have to upgrade and, you know, open up your PC every couple years and put in, like, if you know what you're doing, that's great. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can really damage your PC and you can mess stuff up. So consoles are just simpler, I guess, and that's both a strength and a weakness, in my opinion. But the strength of a console, especially when it comes to Minecraft, is the ease of playing with other people. That cannot go unstated. It is so easy just to say, hey, my buddy's online, invite him to a party, invite him to the game, he's in. There's no realms you gotta pay for. You don't have to pay anybody. I mean, you have to pay Xbox Live, but it's a nominal fee, and it spans all the games you own. So, especially with Minecraft, it's such a community-based game. You need to be able to play with people easy, and I could hop into anybody's world. There's no, you know, it's just simple to share builds, share ideas, and share worlds with people, especially in Minecraft. So that's the benefit of consoles. Of course, the controller I like personally. I really like the controller for Minecraft and for every game. I think it's better. And I know it's more difficult to use, and I talked about that, but it's better. I think it's better. The mouse and keyboard is just frustrating. What else is the benefit of consoles? There's not too many benefits of consoles. The drawbacks, of course, is the low RAM, the hardware that doesn't upgrade, the lag. There's a lot of lag issues that we're experiencing, especially with Microsoft. You know, not just in games, but in the menus, it lags for me a lot, and I'm having a lot of problems with it. The number one problem, though, for me personally, is 4J Studios. You know, when you look at Mojang, you look at a company that's dedicated to supporting the community. When you look at 4J Studios, you look at a company that's dedicated to making as much money as possible. And, you know, in the corporate world, that's to be expected, but it didn't start out that way. You know, before Microsoft purchased 4J Studios, they were all about the community. They were releasing updates, they were listening to bug reports, and they were fixing things accordingly. But as soon as Microsoft purchased that company, everything went downhill. All they were focused on was trying to monetize their whole game plan. And I guess when you pay $2 billion for a franchise, you got to recoup your money somehow. But there's got to be a balance. There's got to be a balance. And 4J does not have that balance. They have not found that balance between supporting the community and making money off of them. It's gone 100% towards the money-making aspect, and they've pretty much ignored their community. So that's really one of the drawbacks of playing on console Minecraft right now is we're being ignored by our community. There's so many bugs and glitches that are pretty much game-breaking. We can't play PvP anymore. And there's been no updates to fix it, and you know they're so devoted to releasing these releasing these mini games that they can charge maps for, and then so the only time that they spend on updates is to give us new stuff because the community demands new stuff, and bug fixes are completely ignored because they don't have time for bug fixes, so they just compound more bugs. Every single update brings more and more bugs that are never fixed, and they just grow on each other until we get to the point that we're at now where a lot of aspects of this game are completely unplayable. So, what I think console could do better in order to improve this whole situation is we need to be able to upgrade our RAM in the console. Maybe just put in a little replaceable. I don't know how you would do it, okay? But a way for us to upgrade RAM in a console. So maybe every 10 years you don't bring out a new console. How about every 3 years you bring a RAM upgrade? A processing speed upgrade. That would be really sick. If you could just do that, you know, take your existing Xbox and just upgrade it. That'd be awesome. And I think that's something that could be done. You know, it might hurt them in the profits margins, but it would be great for us, the gamers. So write to your local congressman about that. Did I answer all of Whisker's questions? As far as Dan, I want to say that, yeah, the allure of going to the PC is just so strong. We got World Edit. He's able to do so much more, so much faster. There's a bigger community. There's more support from the developer. But for me, I'm going to be staying on console for as long. I mean, I'm not going to promise anything because I don't see the future necessarily. But for me, I'm a console player, and I'm all about, okay, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of Minecraft YouTubers, they just play by themselves or with their close group of friends. and they just build stuff and they make videos, and that's cool. I respect that, but that's not what I'm about. I'm about the community involvement. I want to meet as many people as I can, see as many worlds as I can, just play with as many people as I can. So the way that's going to happen for me is on console. And yeah, I could get Realms on PC or whatever, but voice chatting to me is very important. Actually meeting people and talking to people is very important. Unless you got what's your Skype number? And it's a whole big ordeal. It's so much easier just to invite people to the party, invite them to the game, play with them, learn about them, and exchange ideas and grow as a community. So that's what I'm all about. That's why I'm sticking with consoles. The allure of World Edit is strong, and maybe one day we'll get it on consoles because we need World Edit. We really do. But it's not enough to draw me to the PC, especially I don't have a lot of money just to throw around it on computers, guys, and that's a huge expense, whether you admit to it or not. It is a huge expense. So I'm a console player through and through. I'm gonna stick with it. So we're going down with this ship, guys. There's so many drawbacks, but there's also so many strengths, and it's important to keep those in mind, because if you only look at the negative aspects of certain things, you're gonna have a negative look on things, when that's not necessarily the truth. There's positive aspects to everything. I want you guys to remember that always. So that's going to do it for me. Please leave a creative question of the week in the comment section below. Thank you to Whiskrum for asking that question. And we're going to work on this nightlife section, guys. I'm going to get her done. Get her done. This and the skyscraper gon' get done. All right, guys, that's it for me. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Leave a creative question of the week for me. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.